I don't know about you, but I did not go into engineering school because it offered me such great opportunities to express myself through speech or through writing. In fact, I was one of those students who really struggled with writing. I like to tell a story about an undergraduate engineering student that helps illustrate my struggle. This undergraduate engineering student signed up for English 101 because he was brave. No, he signed up because it was marked required, and because the advanced class on deterministic, stochastic, paradoxical processes, which had a more tolerable pain threshold. That one was already filled by those who managed to register early. You know what they say about 2020, hindsight being 2020. So, our undergraduate engineering hero, along with his comrades, enter the English classroom fearing the worst. True to form, an English professor walks in, and this guy has a scowl on his face. What those students don't know is that he was just in a meeting where they were determining who would get the privilege of teaching engineering students how to write. Think about it. You have students who are not necessarily that gifted at writing and don't necessarily have a desire to write, and that's who you get to teach. He wasn't too happy. But he starts class anyway, droning along. For this semester, you will be writing 5 papers, starting with a small 4-page paper. 4-page paper? Did he use the word small for that? 4-page paper? 4-page paper? Ah! The words just crashed through their minds like Sherman tanks rolling through Europe. 4-page paper. Undeterred, the English professor carries on. In your paper, you may use footnotes or endnotes, but not both. That is just not proper. For your references, you will use the APA format. APA format, students think, is that like physics? American Physics Association? Close, American Psychology Association. Then, 4-page paper, boom, just bangs through their mind, dominates the landscape of their mind like a neon sign in a small town at midnight. The professor carries on. You may use headings in your paper as long as they add to the paper and aren't just used for filler. Your paper must have a proper introduction, body, and conclusion. If you have a question on any of these, please refer to your text. Meanwhile, the students, instead of hearing all this important information, are only hearing 4-page papers that keeps hammering away at their minds. 4-page paper. Who cares about either side of 4-page paper? 4 pages to write. You can see even their thoughts are getting uncoordinated. Our student here looks to his left. One student is hyperventilating. He looks to his right. That student has passed out entirely. Yet another student holds on to consciousness just long enough to wonder, why does the liberal arts netherworld afflict us with its sadistic professors? You'll be happy to know, despite the dramatic flourish, that no English professors or engineering students were harmed in the making of that story. Unless you count the trauma that I carry in my heart from those days. But what this does tell you, I also should say, I apologize if it offends anyone, is really just to show you how hard it can be for some students and how traumatic it can be to face multi-page papers. It certainly expressed my sentiments toward those things. In fact, to give you an idea of how much I struggled with writing, my mother commented, and she was a history graduate and a teacher, she commented that my letters, the thoughts of my letters, would jump all around randomly, even within a paragraph, and they weren't real coherent. So I even had trouble writing a coherent paragraph.